The story kicks off on a sweltering day at Tungil High School in Seoul, South Korea. During an intense PE class, second-year student Kim Seo decides she's had enough of the heat and sneaks back inside to take a breather. However, her peaceful escape is ruined when she walks into her classroom only to find a male transfer student, Jong Soo-hyun, elbow deep in her desk. He tries to play it cool, claiming he was just making sure her desk was safe, but Seo isn't buying it. Fed up with what she calls his nuisance behavior since he transferred, she violently kicks him to the ground and pins him down, proudly declaring she caught a pervert red-handed. Just as Seo is interrogating him, another student, Lee Hyuna, walks by and asks what all the commotion is about. Seo turns to show her the pervert she caught, but to her absolute shock, Soo-hyun has completely vanished into thin air. Unbeknownst to the girls, the mysterious transfer student is actually hanging by his fingertips from the outside window ledge, silently waiting for the coast to clear. The scene then shifts to a secret office later that night, revealing Soo-hyun's true identity. He isn't just a weird high schooler, he's the youngest black agent of the NIS domestic team too. His team leader, Song Chae-rin, praises him for a job well done, while showing him a fully grown man they captured, currently wrapped head to toe in green duct tape. It turns out the man was an assassin, and the whole situation was a test by enemy forces to see how well guarded their target is. That target? Kim Seo. She is secretly a potential successor to North Korea's leadership, making her the center of a deadly political game, and Soo-hyun has been planted in her school to protect her life at all costs. Despite his elite combat skills, Soo-hyun has one major flaw. He has absolutely zero social skills. Team leader Chae-rin is horrified to learn that he hasn't made a single friend in the weeks he's been undercover, warning him that being a loner draws too much attention. She gives him a strict order: go to school and make friends to blend in. The next day, Soo-hyun takes this mission incredibly literally, stalking the hallways while muttering the word friend to himself. Meanwhile, Seo is dealing with her own high school drama. A group of girls is gossiping about her, calling her a pathological liar because of the vanishing boy incident in the empty classroom. Unfazed, Seo marches right up to them with an intimidating smile, daring them to say it to her face, which immediately send the gossips running. Nearby, Soo-hyun spots his first target for friendship, a heavy-set, nerdy student who has just embarrassingly tripped over his own feet. Remembering his boss's advice to find common ground, Soo-hyun approaches the boy, Park Min-deok, who asks him if he likes military affairs. When Soo-hyun falsely claims he likes it too, Min-deok completely geeks out, excitedly rambling about firearms and tactics, and declares them instant best friends. Soo-hyun looks deeply traumatized by his own success, realizing that making friends might be pretty easy. Just show them you like what they like. Before Soo-hyun can recover, trouble brews for his VIP. A cocky, handsome student approaches Seo and demands she follow him to the rooftop. Once there, the guy braggingly confesses his feelings, telling Seo she should date him now because he's going to be a star football player. Seo rejects him instantly and without hesitation. Humiliated and furious that she's looking down on him, the boy snaps and tries to physically attack her. Before his fist can connect, Soo-hyun materializes out of nowhere and delivers a swift, brutal kick that sends the bully flying across the roof. Soo-hyun stands between the boy and Seo, emitting an aura so terrifying and predatory that it looks like a glowing red tiger is standing behind him. Terrified by Soo-hyun's murderous glare, the bully screams that they are both psychos and scrambles away. Left alone on the roof, Seo is just as confused as she is relieved. She calls Soo-hyun a pervert again and demands to know what his deal is, straight up asking if he has a crush on her since he keeps following her around. Taking his boss's advice to express interest in a completely literal and robotic way, Soo-hyun looks her dead in the eye and bluntly says, "Yes, Kim Seo, I like you as a friend." Seo is utterly flustered by the bizarre declaration, screaming that she would never date him. Soo-hyun completely agrees, confirming they will never date. Leaving Seo completely baffled by his mixed signals, the young secret agent bows deeply and vows that he will protect her until the very end, because he likes her strictly as a friend. The afternoon brings no rest for Soo-hyun as he continues his covert surveillance mission. He clinically observes his VIP, Kim Seo, who is sitting quietly in the back of the classroom, taking mental notes on her visible uneasiness and deep thoughts, though he technically notes there are no signs of physical disease. His intense, unblinking stare eventually breaks Seo's patience, and she angrily snaps at him to stop glaring at her and focus on his own friends instead. Taking her words to heart, Soo-hyun later regroups with his newly acquired, military-obsessed friend, Park Min-deok. Min-deok shows him a tablet with photos of enemy tanks. Soo-hyun is genuinely impressed when the nerdy student expertly deduces that the weapons are cheap, modified props used purely for propaganda. Their tactical discussion is cut short when Min-deok notices Soo-hyun staring out the window at Seo. Shocked that Soo-hyun is focused on the school's famously vicious beauty queen, Min-deok assumes his friend is nursing a crush. Soo-hyun, maintaining his robotic literalism, assures him that he just likes her as a friend, and anything else doesn't matter to him. Deeply moved by what he perceives as Soo-hyun's pure-hearted devotion, Min-deok vows to help him win her over. He suggests that girls love accessories, and proudly reveals the perfect gift, a tactical chest holster for a pistol. Later in class, Soo-hyun brings a chest holster as a gift for Seo, but Min-deok was already trying it out. Having just watched Min-deok hilariously struggle and pop a shirt button, trying to squeeze into the original harness, Soo-hyun thinks it's a great present. He actually presents a tailored version of the holster to a bewildered Seo, who's just seen the other dude breaking his shirt's buttons wearing this. Seo, however, is absolutely furious at being handed grimy tactical gear and violently lashes out at him. Despite walking home at sunset with a freshly bruised and bandaged face, Soo-hyun is in surprisingly good spirits, rationalizing that friends who quarrel are good friends. His peaceful walk is suddenly interrupted when he is surrounded by a gang of senior delinquents in an alleyway. Sitting behind them is the cocky football player Seo, rejected on the rooftop, clearly looking for revenge. He casually and cheerfully greets Soo-hyun as an idiot, while the older students immediately threaten to beat some manners into him for his informal speech. As the gang surround him, someone is actually watching the confrontation secretly from behind a nearby tree. On the other side, Seo quietly reflects on Soo-hyun's earlier promise to protect her to the very end until her friend Haina spots her and prompts him to head inside. Later that evening, Soo-hyun reports back to his safe house, where his team leader Chae-rin is lounging on a couch surrounded by empty beer cans. After confirming the day's surveillance went smoothly with no anomalies, Soo-hyun's eccentric personality flares up again. Catching a tossed beer can with lightning reflexes, he ignores Chae-rin's suggestion to relax, and instead dons a pair of tactical gloves, deep cleaning the messy apartment with the fiery intensity of a life-or-death mission. Watching him work, Chae-rin softly asks if his first real experience attending school and trying to make friends is difficult. Soo-hyun pauses, noting that while it is different, the new experiences are highly intriguing to him. Meanwhile, back in the dark alleyway, the senior delinquents are left gasping for air and completely demoralized. The furious football player demands to know why they didn't beat Soo-hyun up, but the gang admits it was impossible. Soo-hyun hadn't even thrown a single punch. Instead, he moved with terrifying, invertebrate-like speed, effortlessly dodging every single attack until the gang exhausted themselves. Realizing he is completely out of their league, the bullies decide to drop the grudge. However, their conversation is interrupted by a mysterious new figure stepping out of the shadows. With glowing red eyes and a sinister smile, the red-haired stranger approaches the defeated gang, asking to tell him everything they know about Kim Seo, ominously declaring that he is someone who is very interested in her